Hello and welcome to this video. I'll be showing you how to add activities to a project. Before I go ahead and create activities, I need to make some changes in the project. So make sure you've got your project open and you've got the project highlighted. So I'm just going to bring this menu up here so that I can see this detailed area here. Make sure you've got this default tab clicked, and I'm going to make some changes here where we have %complete type. I'm going to click on the drop down menu and I'm going to change that option to physical. By changing it to physical, it enables me to manually enter stuff. The next thing I'm going to change inside my project is the calendar. So I created a calendar for the project, so I need to make sure the calendar is selected. So I'm going to click on these three dots here to select the calendar. If you can't see your calendar displayed, click on the displayed option here and click on projects calendar, and then select your calendar. So this is my calendar. I'm going to double click on it to add my calendar. You can see it has inserted my calendar. The next thing I want to show you here, we have the activity ID prefix. So the default prefix is A, so you can set it to whatever prefix you want. For example, I can set it to B. Now we can go on to the activities tab. So I'm going to click on activities. If you can't see the activities tab here, you can click on the activities icon on the left hand side. So let's go ahead and add some activities. So I'm just going to right click on each of these WBS names. So I'll right click on that and click on the add button. I click on the same WBS. I'll click on add again. I'll come to the next WBS, right click, click add, and I'll come to the next WBS, right click, add. I'll go back to that one and add another one. Next thing I'm going to do is just go in and give each of these a name. To rename each of the activity, you just click inside the activity here, and this one I am going to call write. So I've called this one write pseudocode, and this one here I'm just going to click inside and change the default name. I'm going to call this write initial code. All right, that's for the programming WBS. And then I'll come here and change this from the default name, which is new activity. I'm going to call this write test script. And I'll come here in this WBS called training, and I'll change that to write training script. I'll say write training script. And on this one here, I'm going to call it start training. So you can see here, it assigns all the activities a planned duration of 5 days, and it gives them a remaining duration of 5 days. But you can also change these values. You can also change the activity details. So for example, here, if I click on my first activity, which is write pseudocode, I can bring up the details form here. This is the details form, and I can change or modify anything I want to. So here where we've got the activity type, if I click on the drop down, you can see all the different options. So I can click on the start milestone for the activity type, and I can select another activity and make some changes. Say for this one here that says start training, I'll click on that, and then I'll bring up my details form again, and I can change the activity type for that one to a finish milestone. Okay, you will now notice that the start training and the write pseudocode activity both have a 0-day duration. This is because they are both milestones. This is also reflected in the Gantt chart here. To reschedule the project plan, you can always click on this icon here, the scheduled thing, or you can press the F9. That will bring up this screen. And you can see here it's got the current date time. So if you wanted to change that, you can always change this date. If you're happy with the date you've got in there, just click on the schedule. As you can see in the Gantt chart area, that with no relationships created, all the activities are starting on the specified date. So that's it for this video on creating activities. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.